Good morning, I'm Jerry DeRoche, and we're here at the Breeding Center site for our second update of the building progress. When the ZBA granted us approval for the Breeding Center on the site, part of the conditions that they imposed was that we would keep a low profile and blend into the neighborhood. And certainly the design of the building blends in with the neighborhood, the residential type neighborhood. But one of the things we therefore agreed to do is to have no sign indicating needs on the property. What we decided to do was to put this stone at the foot of the driveway and only have the address 333 indicated on the stone. One of the interesting things is that this stone was actually the front step to the original farmhouse, and we're able to move it down here and sandblast in the address. As part of our utility process, we have underground utilities that will connect to a transformer leading into the breeding center. And one of the things that we were concerned about, and we knew the DCR would be concerned about, is the possibility of an oil spill from the transformer. Highly unlikely, but possible, so we felt that would be a concern that the DCR would have. In order to protect the aquifer and make sure that we are safe, we have put in this unit that has a cement collar that you see. It also has a gravel base, and then it'll have a mesh blanket that the transformer will sit on. By putting this in place ahead of time, should we have any issues with an oil spill at all, we're protecting the aquifer, and therefore the DCR will be satisfied with the program. All the exterior walls for the first floor are in place, and they're beginning to do the partitions for the first floor in preparation for building the second floor. The view that you see right now, again, is from the back of the building looking towards the front. And in the front area, there'll be a second floor where the offices will be, as well as the employee break room. We're going to peer into the first floor to give you a sense of how it's beginning to take shape. So to the right is the delivery area, as well as the whelping pods for the newborn babies and moms. And then there's a workstation, and here now to the left is the transition area where the puppies will move to after they have been in the nursery for a little bit of time. So the shot that you're seeing right now is again from the back of the nursery, looking all the way towards the front of the building, where much of the detailed work will go on over the next few weeks. This area out here will be an exercise area for the moms and for the puppies, and in addition, it's a special care unit for any dogs that we've put into that location of the breeding center. One other feature that I want to point out are the outside runs for the studs and the broods. So in the back, here you see the runs for the broods, and over here to the right of the building is where the stud runs will be. Again, once the mating has taken place, both the brood and the studs will leave and go back to their caretakers. Because of the escalating cost of lumber, as well as the availability of supplies, our builders opted to store as much of our building materials on property as possible, so that we're not delaying the construction, but also not having to pay for materials as they continue to go up in price. So you'll see a couple of pictures of different pieces of equipment and supplies currently stored here for use. And by having that on property, we're hopeful that we'll be able to continue the construction and make our deadlines towards the end of this calendar year and have the building up and running sooner rather than later. So with our next update in July, we expect that the second floor will be on the front of the building and the roofs will be on across the entire building. So you get a better sense of really what the building will look like at that point in time. Currently have 32 puppies and 3 moms on campus, and so our program is continuing to grow. So if there was ever any question about the need for this facility, as well as the size of the facility, it's an 11,000 square foot building, then the fact that we are very cramped on campus with our nursery program today is really an indication of how the program is expanding and growing to meet our ongoing needs.